Good morning, everybody. Hopefully, as you can tell, it is Halloween morning, and I am dressed up and ready to go in my Marie Antoinette costume. When I started putting it on, because I put on the white face first and the makeup, and I was like, oh my god, this looks horrible. This is atrocious. And then as it's starting to come together, I'm like, okay, it's not that bad, I suppose. So, we shall see. Though, I didn't think very well yesterday, because I actually need to stop and get gas. And I usually get gas at Costco, so there's usually always people there. So if I want to get gas, do I really want to get gas, is the question I have to ask myself. And then little Evers, I moved stuff around yesterday, so she's in the back with all the stuff going, Mama, what is this? No, she's not in the back, she's in the seat. But I have stuff back there, and she's just like, hey, this is crowding my area. So what are you guys all going to be for Halloween? Anything exciting, fun, nothing at all? I think it's always kind of fun to dress up. At first it's kind of uncomfortable because of people staring at you, because they want to stare at you because you look different. But it's actually fun to kind of get dressed up every once in a while and do something different. Little Evie, I don't know if you can see her or not, she's little Evie Kruger. I'll try to do a screenshot full video of the both of us, but I don't know if I can or not. I'll try to see what I can do though. She's pretty dang cute. She even has the little hat, except for the hat looks like a little cowboy hat, so she looks like a little cowboy Kruger. Cowboy Evie Kruger. It's pretty darn cute. But anyways, I am going to get going, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Good morning, everybody. Today is November 1st, the first day of November, the day after Halloween. I didn't have any candy to speak of, really. So I went and I bought 2 bags of candy. At first I was gonna get some, like, I wasn't gonna get like my favorites, like Milky Way, Three Musketeers, not Milky Way, Three Musketeers, or Reese's or Snickers, anything like that. I wasn't gonna get anything like that because I knew better. So I was gonna get some other chocolate, like Baby Ruth, 1000 Grand, something like that, that I don't particularly care for. But I know for me, that is, I like chocolate, and that I would likely want to get it and likely want to eat it. So I seen some other stuff like Sour Kids gummy bear type things, and I've eaten those before, especially Lauren, he would get those, and so I would eat them just because it's candy and I don't really have candy around, so it's something. And then I got some Airheads, which I've never really liked. It's like taffy or something, I don't know, I've never cared for it, but you know, I know a lot of kids do. So I got those 2 instead, which I felt was great. But I spent like 15 bucks. I didn't get a single trick-or-treater, not one trick-or-treater. I was so bummed out. So now I have a bunch of candy to take to work with me for the kids. So they'll probably like that. It's because I don't want to give them too much because I don't want to overload them, but at the same time I don't want it hanging around my desk either, so we'll see. It's definitely better off at my work than it is with me. So being that said, that I didn't eat any candy, so I did actually end up opening one of the packages of the Sour Patch Kids. And as I was doing that, I was even like, no, you said you wouldn't do it, you're doing good, you shouldn't be doing this, blah, 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 blah. And then I took it, put it in my mouth, started chewing it, and I looked in there, and then I'm just like, no. So I took it, I threw the little bag, it was just a little bag, I threw it away, and then the ones in my mouth, I spit it into the trash. So I feel like that's a win. I'm proud of myself. However, I did want to get myself something sweet, that way if I did succumb to the sweet cravings, that I would be kind of prepared. So I did end up, I was gonna get like some non-dairy ice cream or something like that. I knew I couldn't get myself chocolate or anything because I'm kind of at the point where I'm detoxing from sugar in a way, so I'm fighting that. So I can't really have sugar right now, otherwise it'll just relapse and everything will go back the way it was. But anyway, so I got myself some non-dairy eggnog. It was the silk one, and it was a smaller carton, as you know most of the non-dairies are, or even the smaller eggnog cartons. You know, there's like the regular half gallon, and then there's the smaller one. I want to say it's a quart. I don't know. And I didn't end up drinking all of it, but I feel like that's a win in that was it. I kind of was able to have that craving because I love eggnog. As a kid, I used to hate eggnog. I thought it was the grossest thing in the world. And then as an adult, all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, this is the most wonderful thing in the world. I've been missing out on it all these years. I think it also might have been a part of my dad really liked it, and that was a way of me kind of like bonding with my dad over eggnog. So there is that. But yeah, so I was able to have it because the week before I relapsed and I got some of those Fat Boy. They had eggnog ice cream sandwiches. Oh my God, those things are good. But yeah, I was so incredibly proud of myself for being able to more or less stick to it, and you know, had a plan. I wasn't gonna have a bunch of candy. Once the eggnog was gone, it was gone, and you know, I'm good. I know there's some other brands that the eggnog is a lot lower in points, and I'll see about getting those. I think Khalifa, I think that's how you pronounce this one, and I believe there's also, I think it's Almond Breeze. I'm pretty sure it's Almond Breeze. And if I'm not mistaken, I like the Almond Breeze better because it's a little bit thicker, so it has a little bit closer to the kind of texture of eggnog, whereas the Khalifa one is very liquidy. It's like water kind of difference. So I'll have to recheck, and I gotta do my research just to make sure, but I do have it, I believe, on my Connect post. So I felt like I did pretty good. I was pretty successful. I started off the day really good, and then towards the end I was kind of relapsing a bit, and then my emotions were getting the best of me, and I just went ahead and I went into bed, and I was just watching some YouTube videos, just kind of laying down, going to sleep. So yeah, I had a pretty good day. I'm proud of myself. I managed to survive Halloween. All right, okay, so as you can see, I've been prepping. I got some tomatoes, some bell peppers, some lettuce for a salad, some onions grilling, some quinoa, some cauliflower that's been cut up, and hopefully it doesn't steam my phone, some cauliflower that's in the oven with some hummus that I made, and a garlic cube that is baking, and it smells so good. Good morning, everybody. Today is the 2nd day of November, and you know what that means? Starbucks holiday cups. I was online this morning, foo-fooing around, and I seen that they had their holiday Starbucks has their holiday cups out, and so I am so excited. I'm gonna stop and get me something this morning, maybe a chestnut praline or caramel praline or something, or gingerbread. I really want to get the eggnog one, but it has dairy in it because the eggs and the milk and all that crap, but that's okay. I'll try something else. I tried to make a non-dairy eggnog this morning in my blender, and it turned out okay. I think I gotta mess a little more. It does not taste like eggnog. And somehow they're able to make the ones in the stores that are dairy-free taste like eggnog, so I should, well, somebody should be able to as well. Probably not me, but I'll have to mess with it a little bit. I thought I was putting nutmeg in the cup, but I was actually putting a bunch of cinnamon. So I'll have to mess with that a little bit some more. But I am so excited, and apparently today they'll give you a free reusable red cup. Although I really want the green Argyle one. I really want that one, but there'll be plenty of times to get it, I suppose. And then of course Evie, she'll go nuts for her puppuccino, so maybe she'll get the green Argyle one. Ooh, that sounds good. Either that or the one I stir up that won't have it, and I'll be sad and crying inside. Oh well. So that's where we're at today. I feel like I'm doing pretty good. The scale's pretty much staying the same. It's staying at about 195.5, which is better than it was at almost 200, about 198, 199. Still not as good as I would like it to be, but nevertheless a lot better. So there's something there. I also am noticing, hopefully this isn't a TMI, but the bathroom going, it seems to be going a little bit easier. Whereas before it didn't seem like it. Seemed like it was, had more of a bellyache. It just, you know what I'm saying. So there's that. So today is Friday. I'm so incredibly excited. I'm so happy it's Friday. It's just been a rough week. I haven't felt very well all week. In fact, I felt like just every day I feel like I'm hurting. My back hurts. It's also been because of the bad time, but just not really feeling good. And just kind of like having a hard time getting up every morning. Whereas right now it seems like it's going pretty good. So we shall see. Off to Starbucks for a holiday cup.